gentle people, and welcome to another Sparrow Art Vibes video tutorial. Today I'm adding to my autumn collection, and instead of using round coasters, I will be using these square coasters. Just something a little bit different, square coasters. And of course my go-to resin is the Craft Smart Resin in Michaels. And I purchased that generally because I get these 40% off coupons, and at 40% off you really just can't go too wrong. We need the large measuring cup, we need a small measuring cup, we need our stir sticks, of course, our nitrile gloves. I will be using 4 colors of mica powder. So I have 4 small cups, and for my mica powders I will be using Pearl X Super Copper. I will be using Magic Fly Coffee Brown. Again, we're going for sort of a fall palette. I will be adding the Mayspring Golden Labradorite. This is like gorgeous. For some bling, the Eye Candy Chrysanthi Gold. And I am going to add for the first time some alcohol ink. And this I picked up in Hobby Lobby. I saw someone else's video online, and she said use alcohol ink as part of your mixture because it's so much lighter than the mica, so we'll see if it makes any difference. And I think that's it. Each of these molds requires 80 milliliters of resin. And since there are 4 molds, that means I need 320 milliliters. So I am going to mix 300 in the larger measuring cup, and then the other amount in the small measuring cup. I always mix part B first. So we'll do 150. When these cups get old, they start to discolor, and it's hard to see the measuring point, but that's correct. That's 150. I did good. Okay, and then of course part A. You always mix your resin according to the manufacturer's instructions. Different brands require different amounts of mixing time as well as different proportions. This is a 1-to-1 ratio, so 150 milliliters of B, 150 milliliters of A to give us 300. And Craft Smart says mix for 5 minutes. So now we're just going to divide this resin. Okay, and so we'll start with the Super Copper from Pearl-Ex. That's very pretty. And when you're mixing your mica, make sure that you're scraping any powder that's left on the sides of the cup. Scrape that off, and then make sure you scrape off any mica powder that's stuck on your stir stick. You want to clean your stir stick real good. There you go. Get all your mica powder. And so we're going for sort of an autumn leaf color palette here. We'll do the golden labradorite. This is just incredibly beautiful. And you don't need a lot of it to get that rich. And then we are going to do our coffee brown. And again, the brown, the dark color serves as an accent. And I have no idea how these colors are going to interact with each other. So we will discover together. And then we'll do the eye candy gold. This is real sparkly. I actually needed a 5th cup because remember I forgot that I was going to be adding this alcohol ink. So shake this real good. Three drops. We need to mix another 40 milliliters of resin, so this is 20 B, 20 of A, and again our 5 minutes. Now normally when you're doing the crackle, you pour clear on the bottom, then do a puddle pour with each of your colors. I am not entirely sure how this is going to work out since these are square and not round. What I want to do first before I add my clear is pour a rim of the copper around the outside edges. I don't know if it will stay. I'm just not entirely sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to learn and discover together. So I am going to pour, let me move that out my way. I want to just pour some copper around the edge. Hoping that it will stay and make a rim. I don't know that it will. Okay, and so we are going to now pour the clear that we had mixed separately. We're going to pour the clear in the center. And anybody who's watched any of my videos knows that this table is not level, so I'm going to just put a popsicle stick under each of these on this end. And you will see it looks like it's spreading this direction. And this, of course, is not an exact measure. This is really just eyeballing it and trying to pour equal amounts into each mold. That still looks like it's got to push this direction. Another stick over there. Okay, and then the biggest decision to make is the order in which to pour these colors. So again, I watched the video that said do alcohol ink first. I'm not sure if gold alcohol ink qualifies, but here goes nothing. We're going to put the gold alcohol ink in first. And again, since these containers are square, I have no idea how this is going to that seems to be running that direction, so I'm actually going to pull this stick out of that one. Okay, and then let's do, I don't know, let's do the golden labradite. No telling what this stuff is going to look like. I put the stick under here and this all seems to be running that way. Alright, let's do our coffee brown. So let's do our gold. And let's repeat those colors. So copper. It's definitely an autumn palette. This is an autumn color palette. Let's see what it looks like when it's finished. And I have just a dab of clear left in this cup. So I'm going to put a dab of clear right in the center. Okay, again, these are square, so we'll see what happens to the resin. When it's a circle, it always pulls into the center, and we're just going to watch this and see what it really does. So I'm going to cover these, and then I'll be back in about 15 minutes to take another shot and see what they look like. Actually, let me zoom in on one. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, that's actually quite pretty. I think the reflection is making it difficult for you to see, but the gold in the center is really nice. I was concerned that where this was square that it wouldn't maintain the roundness, but it did, so let's peel. Pull this off. Okay, well, it's really pretty around the edges. I wanted that copper, so the copper kind of blended in. So again, this is the back, or the top that we poured. And so let's flip it over and see what we have. Oh, that's pretty. Not quite crackle. It's crackle around the outer edges. And my copper rim is exactly. My copper rim, ooh, whoa, you got some nice shimmer. Boy, that's pretty. Boy, when I take this out in the sunlight, that'll be gorgeous. But we do have sort of that crackly effect right around the outer edge there. Well, you can see, yeah, nice texture. There we go. That's a nice angle. Alright, so I mean, it's not like big, but it works. That's attractive. Again, looking at the back side of this. And it's funny because we have that big gold circle on the back side. But when you unmold this, that big gold circle on the back turns into, oh, now that one's nicer. That has a lot of texture in it. Oh, that's cool. But that gold circle is minute. Rid of those. I actually like this back side. I really like the colors on there. That's that autumn. I was shooting for autumn. I got autumn. And again, that big gold in the middle is a little teeny gold. But oh, look at the corner there. That's really nice. Oh, love that. Okay, I'm satisfied. And so I can make some more of these. Using this effect. Oop. So again, this is the back. Like I said, that copper edge is beautiful, and when we turn it over, really nice. I like. So now all I need to do is finish these, trim these, take my deburring tool and trim the edges and put the little 3M rubber feet on it, and we're done. Oh, I like the way those turned out. That copper is so rich. We will just take these one at a time and just take our little deburring tool, just run it along the edge. You get the corners because sometimes they're sharp. I am so satisfied. These really, when I take them outside and take pictures in the sunlight, you'll really be able to see how they just have the nicest shimmer going on. plumbers use this deburring tool to trim the edge of pipe, sharp edges off a pipe so they don't get cut. And it works perfectly for resin. Just grab those corners. I don't know, this side is gorgeous, that side is beautiful as well. But these are not reversible because this has the rim on it, and I like the rim so it keeps any condensation from just rolling off the edge of your coasters. I always use the 3M rubber feet for a couple of reasons. One, they are non-skid, so your coasters will not slide when you put them on the table. Two, they will not break down. If you put cork on the back of a coaster, cork will eventually dry out and it will get brittle and it will begin to crumble and it'll make a mess. Plus the fact if cork gets wet, then it starts to get moldy and mildew and smell, and people wind up throwing their coasters out. So our little feet on the backs of these. And we are done.